It's day 57 at Eurobike, and we're still here searching out the latest bike tech, innovation, and gadgets and beautiful bikes that we can get our hands on. My feet hurt, my legs hurt, my back hurt, and at this stage, I'm not even sure if I like bikes anymore, and unless I go home soon, I think my wife might leave me. Right, I'm doing it for you guys. Let's find the bikes. Live Bike next. Now, the team here are doing something really incredible. So I think designing a road bike around the needs of a woman specifically is actually really cool. Not only is it cool to have a bike which rides awesome, they say they're designing bikes which look awesome too. And judging by the look of this bike, I'm inclined to agree. So over on the corner, we've got the Liv Langma, which is in the custom team design of the Jayco Alula women's team. And then here, we've got the Liv Avail E+. Now this bike is using Liv and Giant's own e-bike system, which is incorporated with a rear hub motor at the back, but then down at the bottom bracket we've got a special torque sensor which they're saying is helping them to make the bike's e-assist be as smooth and natural feeling as possible. And this is a one-off custom paint job for the founder of Liv Bikes. Let's talk safety now, because only a few weeks ago I did have a bike crash and my bike helmet did save my head. Now over on the Lazer stand, one of their solutions to helping keep people as safe as possible is something called Kineticore. Now this is a technology that they've used for a couple of years now, and they've rolled out throughout their entire helmet range. So it doesn't matter whether you get the most expensive race-orientated performance helmet or one of the kids' helmets that they've got on the side. That same safety technology is incorporated across the range. Now the way that it works is these sort of like crumple zones which are incorporated into the structure of the helmet. Now Lazer are saying that they feel like this is the most effective way to incorporate this technology, and rather than adding like a rotational safety device at a later stage once the helmet has already been constructed. Now these are like a sacrificial part, and they're integral to the helmet to try and make the process and the construction as simple and as effective as possible. Right, I'm an absolute sucker for a bit of anodizing. I think we all know that by now. So we're at the Industry 9 stand, and we've got some incredible aluminium anodized hubs here. So these are the Solix SL45, the road wheel set that Industry 9 make, a brand which I'm probably familiar with for their mountain bike range. But here we've got a 45mm deep carbon fiber rim, 21mm internal rim profile, and a weight of 1,450 grams. And over my shoulder here, we've got the Solix SL AR40, which is like the all-road version, so slightly shallower at 40mm, and then a wider internal rim width at 25mm wide, designed to be optimized with slightly wider tires. Here on the road version, we've got tire sizes from a 23 all the way up to a 35, and then over on the all-road version, we can go from a 30 all the way up to a great big boy 55mm. So as well as your traditional steel spokes, which are used on the Solix SL and the SL AR40s, there's also something really cool here. So you've got a different hub shell, road internals, and this kind of like really wide looking aluminium spoke. Now it's the first time I've actually seen this used on a road or gravel wheel set, and Industry 9 are saying this kind of tech is more suited to your adventure gravel applications. Okay, right, we've got some top secret tech next, although it's not really top secret anymore, because Paddy here, engineer from Hunt, is going to tell us a little bit of information about the wheels. Okay, Paddy, what have we got?
So these are our new 40 limitless gravel aero wheels, and so with the carbon spoke. And so yeah, these are our new gravel wheels, second iteration of the 42 limitless gravel aero. And yeah, so we've gone hookless, 27mm internal on the front and 26 on the rear. So designed around a 45mm tyre, but you can use it with anything from a 35mm tyre and up.
Okay, so how wide do you think you could go, and what are these kind of optimised for?
So yeah, these are optimised for a 45mm tyre.
Yeah.
So that's what we tested in a tunnel, and that's what they're like fastest with. But yeah, you could go all the way up to a 55mm, like very comfortably.
Big chunky boy.
Big chunky boys. Yeah, that's what I want on my. Yeah, if you're going to go slow, you might as well look cool.
So how deep are these wheels? Because obviously, the first thing that occurs to me about gravel wheels and racing is that a tyre is making up a large proportion of the balance between the rim and tyre. So what have we got?
So we've gone with 40mm on the front and then 41mm on the rear. So with that slightly narrower internal on the rear, you get the tyre sitting slightly taller, and so it just worked a little bit better with a slightly deeper profile on the rear as well.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Two more quick questions. I know you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
We've got carbon fibre spokes here, so what's the weight?
So we're going for low 1,300 grams for these, and yeah, we've had some really impressive impact test performances, so we're really excited.
Good weight even for a road bike wheel set that. And how wide is this rim flange?
Flange, yeah. Very important. So yeah, 4.5 mil, so with a nice flat top to it, so yeah, really good for your pinch flat protection.
Fantastic, you did a brilliant job there. Right, more hot tech next. More exciting stuff from Topeak here. We've got an updated bike packing range. This bike is fully loaded and it looks exactly how Connor would have his bike set up. We've got bags located on the front of the forks here, 5.8 litres each. We've got an updated top tube bag, fully waterproof. We got the world's biggest, maybe not the world's biggest, but a very big saddlebag at the back, water bottles each side, looking really good and slick and integrated. Quick release system on the front here, but there's even more still. If we head round to the other side, we've got an updated mini ratchet rocket set, which is HD. That means we've got upgraded internals so that the amount of torque that the ratchet can handle has increased to 60 Newton meters, and a longer handle for extra leverage, meaning that you can undo some of those bolts which are extra tight on your bike, like the pedals. And then over on the other side of the stand, there's an upgraded prep station where it now includes an internal routing kit with upgraded super strong magnets. I want to show you the Parlee Taos next, their latest gravel bike. Now, unfortunately, the bike seems to have gone missing. Last spotted at Boston Airport, Monday the 1st of July. Unfortunately, the two new bikes that were destined for the show haven't made it here. But nonetheless, I can tell you a little bit about it and talk about it. So it's the second generation gravel bike that Parlee have, making improvements and changes from the first one. It's now longer, it's slacker, more robust, more refined. And what I think is really cool about it is the raw carbon fiber finish that it has. Not only does it really highlight the incredible craftsmanship and finish of the natural carbon frame, I also think it's nice to see something different from the norm. Now, if we head over to the other side of their stand, watch your step, we can see how incredible this finish is on the Auray, which is their all-road bike. Now, the details are exquisite, and I really like the look of this. Now, this is their all-road bike, and I just think when you're heading off-road with a bike, it does kind of make sense to not have to worry about damaging some exquisite paintwork. The stainless steel vacuum water bottles from Camelbak are something I've recently started using in the GCN limited edition colours, of course. But it's really cool here on the stand to see the cutout of how the vacuum system works. We've got this totally separate sealed internal liner, and then the external one, which has got the special powder coating on, which is how they managed to do all these different separate colorways. And then also, if we look down the corner here, check out these absolutely mini water bottles. So I was like, why on earth are you making a water bottle that's so small? Turns out it's actually for a really good purpose. One, if you have a really, really small bike that you can't actually fit a normal size bottle in, this is a great solution to it as well. And also, good for kids' bikes as well, you know. Cargo bikes, not necessarily my cup of tea, but exciting nonetheless. And here at Eurobike in 2024, there are absolutely tons of them dotted around the place. These ones are from KTM. They're called the Machina Multi CX. E-assisted, of course, as you'd expect and would need if you've loaded your bike up with pretty much every accessory you have at home, including the kitchen sink. Now, the load capacity of these bikes, absolutely incredible. You can carry up to 80 kilograms of additional weight if you have a rider weight up to 90 kilograms. So this thing is going to be fully loaded. We've got a belt drive system, the Bosch CX line e-assist system down at the crank, and these things look absolutely rough, rugged, and ready to go. Whilst I've said it's not for me, I can appreciate the design and the tech behind this stuff, and super functional too. And because seeing as we're normally referencing the weight of different bikes here at Eurobike, 30.5 kilograms these are, without pedals. Good to get that bit of information in there when your bike weighs 30 kilograms. This FSA Powerbox Team Edition crank is something that I actually spotted out of the Giro d'Italia at the start of the year, and we've just got a new Mega Torque revised chainring tooth profile here, and this is something that is being used by teams like EF Education, Israel Primotek, Uno X and the Lotto team. Now, the idea behind this Mega Torque profile is to really improve chain retention at mega high power levels when we've got some of the fastest riders in the world sprinting to ride to victory. Now, 450 kilograms of force is what's applied to these chain rings in order to make sure the chain is held as securely as possible. And then to make that happen, they've had to carefully revise each of the individual profiles for the outer chainring teeth. Now, if we look down here, we can see, according to FSA, their closest competitor is only actually using 60% of that force when they're testing their chainrings, and others much closer to the 40-50%. Now, This is something they've worked incredibly hard on to try to reduce the chance of any chains being dropped when riders are sprinting at crazy high power. This is a BASSO Diamante SV signature series designed by Mirko Borsch. Now, if you're not familiar with who that is, it's the person responsible for some pretty high-end rebrands and working in the fashion industry, also responsible for the branding of Inter Milan Football Club. So, pretty big names to be involved with. Like, the design of this bike is pretty subtle, but I do like it. We've got some nice little details on the top tube, and I like the black and white. It's simple and classy. Love that. I mean, this wouldn't be an authentic GCN Tech hot tech video if it didn't include chain waxing somehow or other. So we've just stopped by the Silca stand and we've got their chain waxing system here. Now, if you haven't seen this already, have you been living under a rock? Because we've spoken about it many, many times. Really neat little hot melt waxer here and the little stand. And this is super cool. This is the bit that makes it really easy, is the whole system. You've got a little chain coupler here to link your chain through, dunk it in the wax, hang it there to dry. Can chain waxing get any simpler? Probably not. Okay, it's over and out once and for all for Eurobike from me. We've had an absolute blast being here. Please do let me know in the comment section down below what was your favourite bit of tech from this video. But also, if you're subscribed to GCN Tech, hopefully you've seen our other videos as well. And if you haven't, well, subscribe now and then go and check out all of our other content where you can see as much bike tech and innovation as you can possibly bear to consume. See you later.